primary objective of magic is know thyself, and sometimes the vision we hold of our true self can be blurred. Despite this challenge, there are many different tools that magic shares with us so we can uncover the truths and embrace our connection to the divine. One of these such tools is a scrying mirror. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Fola, and here on Deep Mind Squared, we talk all things magical practices and altered states. In today's video, I hope to share a bit about the history of scrying as a divination practice and share with you how you can start creating your own black mirror so you can pierce through the veil and expand your consciousness. The history of scrying mirrors has its roots in ancient Egypt, Greece, and China. It was believed that these mirrors possessed mystical properties, enabling the diviner to see the spirit world and even predict the future. In medieval Europe, scrying mirrors were popular among mystics and alchemists. And so this connection with different occult practices as magicians found homes for these mirrors, such as the famed occultist Dr. John Dee, the original 007 and consort wizard of Queen Elizabeth. Dr. Dee and his magical partner, Edward Kelly, used divination methods such as channeling and scrying to converse with angels, uncovering the mystically advanced practice of Enochian magic. As the centuries passed, this divination method was revisited by spiritualists who used scrying mirrors to communicate with souls that had transitioned on. Today, scrying mirrors have found a new home amongst card readers and New Age curios who use it for exploring their inner world and seeking insight beyond the ordinary realm. Scrying may bring to your mind images of a psychic peering into a crystal ball. Scrying means to divine or see, and this is what is happening as a practitioner looks into their chosen medium, whether it's a crystal ball, a mirror, a bowl of water, fire, or some other reflective surface. Part of the scrying process is for the diviner to enter into an altered state where they can easily receive messages without attachment. We can think of these divination tools as portals to other dimensional beings and entities. So it's important to use some respect and do what is needed to keep oneself protected. Safe divination practice means to ground yourself as the practitioner and clear the space of operation from any unnecessary energies. This isn't to scare you or make it seem like there's evil everywhere out to harm you, but it's really ultimately about remaining grounded and being centered. The true and tested lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is a great way to do this and is one that I personally use as I start and end my day and before or after any ritual. I have a simple video on the LBRP you can find on the channel, and I'll link it here for you too. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of creating your own black mirror. And no, I'm not talking about the amazing Netflix show. Now, the word mirror is kind of misleading because you aren't really using a mirror at all in this method. Some folks may be drawn to other tools, such as an obsidian scrying stone, which creates a similar effect. That could be pricey. And so for my project, I chose to use a picture frame with glass. You can head to your local thrift shop, take a look around, build something if you want, especially if you're handy. But I personally believe that when you feel called to add a tool to your ritual toolkit, it will make itself known to you. And that was definitely my experience. So you have your glass, the frame. Some additional items that you're going to need are black paint. I used acrylic paint from the dollar store as that's what I had at home, and it seemed to work fine. A paintbrush and a paint-friendly space to get to work. Creating a ritual out of this activity will do you wonders. I started with the LBRP, did a meditation, and really focusing on what my intention was around the work. You can light some candles, burn the incense, and enjoy those dark Viking tunes. I prefer Wardruna. Then you can get into the hands-on process of making your mirror. Starting with a quick clean of the glass, you can get into painting. And please note that you only want to paint one side of the glass. Painting on one side will create the reflection effect on the other side. And you might have to do a few coats of paint so it isn't streaking, or just use higher quality paint in my case, and allow it to dry between the coats so that you can really make sure it's lathered on there. Give yourself the time and the space to explore your meditation, do something fun, and practice patience. which I guess I kind of suck at sometimes, as you can see. Busybody. Now, some folks will decorate the frame, but I personally felt that adding anything else was unnecessary, and I didn't want to subtract from the already very medieval-looking Celtic cross and rustic wood appearance. Though I might consider adding runes or some of the Hebrew letters or other sigils to the front in the future, for now I decided to leave mine as is. When the paint is dry and your frame is ready to go, you're going to want to carefully place the glass back into the frame with the painted side to the back. You can test to see which side is facing outward by seeing if you have a reflection in the front. If you can see your face, then you did it right. Now that you have your mirror, it's all clean, you're going to want to find a safe space to store it. I came across other practitioners online that recommended covering the mirror with a velvet cloth, ideally black, or some other fabric, so that the mirror isn't left open like a portal. I personally kept my mirror on my altar and cover it with a kind of like darker purple velvet when I'm not using it. My suggestion before using any scrying tool, or any ritual tool for that matter, is to bless it. This means purifying and consecrating it in ritual. There are many ways you can do this, but a quick search online can guide you to explore what other folks have tried. My preference is to enter ritual space and bless the object with water and smoke from purifying incense, such as sage, palo santo, or ceremonial tobacco. Then I say a prayer and really connect to the divine. To continue the connection to the divination tool itself, I then spent several nights connecting with the mirror, sending light and prayers to charge it for its intended purpose. I can say that the meditations were profound, and I have noticed significant increase in my dreaming and visualization since creating it. One word of advice I would share is to be patient as you create and connect to this method of divination. It truly is a portal to beyond the veil, and this means there is a need for us to be in our power. So treat it with respect, and it will respect you back. See this as an opportunity to build relationship with the divine and ultimately with yourself, so that you can remember you are a powerful creator. Know thyself and live your truth. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found this information helpful. Feel free to let us know in the comments how it went for you to build your own scrying mirror or your views about this divination technique. And of course, I invite you to hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you're updated on future video releases. And until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in.